What's going on, everybody? You back rocking with your boy Sweet Science here on the air. Subscribe to the channel, beat the like button up, make sure you hit the bell icon for all your post notifications, because we gonna talk about it. So it's fight night, fight day for Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, and I just want to give my final thoughts and my final prediction on the fight. Now, the first thing I want to touch on is the notion that David Benavidez is just so huge in comparison to Caleb Plant. Because I was telling my girl, you know, when they did the face-off, the one where Caleb, you know, poked him and shit, they did the face-off, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, Caleb looks bigger than David Benavidez. And maybe, just maybe, now I'm not saying this was purposely or if it was anything else, I'm not saying it's Plant's fault if this is the case, but maybe, just maybe, because we've heard Benavidez say he's in the best shape of his career, maybe he's a bit weight drained. You know, he looked, there's a way to look skinny and look unhealthily skinny. Like the second time Dev fought Kambosos, he just looked so drained and dry, and it's like I saw the same, I guess, the same features in David Benavidez. Now, granted, Dev still won the fight. This is true. That's true for sure. But Kambosos is no Plant. So I actually think for this fight, you know, I think Caleb's the harder puncher, to be honest. I think the angles and the types of punches David Benavidez hits you with are for sure dangerous. I'm not taking nothing away from him. I like Benavidez. But I'm not so sure if he's a bigger, stronger fighter. And this is how I see the fight going. So I'm going to give my prediction before I get out of here, because I'm on my way to work. Because, you know, your boy did get that personal trainer license. But, you know, unless you're dealing with a huge puncher like a Deontay Wilder, possibly a Gervonta Davis, Mike Tyson, unless you're dealing with a huge puncher like that, usually the first 2 rounds of a fight are just feel-out rounds. Usually. Not saying there aren't first or second round knockouts, but usually those are the fill-out rounds, the first 2 rounds. And I highly doubt Caleb Plant or David Benavidez are getting knocked out in the first or second round of this fight. In fact, Benavidez said that he was going to knock Plant out in the 6th. That's what he said. I'm not saying it. That's what he told the world, that he was going to stop him within 6. But I actually think it's going to be the other way around. What do you mean, Sweet Science? Are you suggesting that Caleb Plant is going to knock out David Benavidez? Maybe not necessarily knock him out, but I think he's going to stop him. I got Caleb Plant stopping Benavidez. See, this is what my prediction on the fight, what I think is going to happen. Judging by their temperaments, their builds, their physiques, their past fights, how they fight, what they have on the line, and what they've said and how they've acted, I think that, one, David is too emotional, and he's going to come into this fight wanting to get the knockout. Obviously, he's going for the knockout instead of letting the knockout come, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, if you can pull it off, there's nothing wrong with it. But he said that he's going for the knockout instead of letting the knockout come, and he said he's going to do it by the 6th. So he's going to press the pace pretty fast and pretty early, more than likely, if he wants that knockout by the 6th. And I think, so the first 2 rounds are going to just be filling each other out. But more than likely, just judged off, you know, based off of what I know to probably be the case. They'll say Benavidez won the first 2 rounds. He might even win the first 3 rounds. I know we're going to see Caleb kind of, you know, get more comfortable by the 3rd. So rounds 1 and 2 for sure, Benavidez. Round 3's up in the air, but I think they're going to give it to Benavidez. Round 4 is going to be like a chess match. We're going to see some good boxing on display in round 4. Maybe even Benavidez winning that round. He might come with bigger, harder punches in that round. But round 4, I think, is going to be a chess match. In round 5, I think the success of round 4 is going to get Benavidez comfortable, and he's going to realize that he's 1 round away from the round that he said he was going to knock Caleb out in. And I think to make good for the fans and try to deliver this for the fans, he's going to try to press the gas a little bit. And I think in round 5, I think Benavidez is going to make a mistake. And I think that Caleb is going to make him pay for that mistake. That mistake could be either we're getting rocked and hit hard with some serious shit, or what I think is going to happen. I think in round 5, I think Caleb's going to surprise Benavidez with some shit, because he's going to try to press the pace, and so he's going to make mistakes. And I think in round 5, Plant is going to knock Benavidez down, and I think it's going to do more damage, this knockdown, because he looks weight drained. I don't know how much he's going to be able to hydrate before the fight, but the boy looks weak. So I think that takes a lot out of you, and getting knocked down, especially from a hard punch, which more than likely is going to be to the face. I'm not saying Caleb doesn't attack the body, but I have a feeling it's going to be to the face or the head. And I think Benavidez is going to get knocked down in the 5th, and I think that he's going to be shocked, because he's been knocked down once before, but it was almost like he got like right back up. I think he's going to be shocked this time, and he's kind of going to panic, and he's not going to know what to do, and then that'll be when Caleb goes for the kill, which would be the 6th round. So I got Caleb Plant stopping David Benavidez with the 6th round stoppage tonight. So anyway, subscribe to the channel, beat the like button up, make sure you hit the bell icon for all your post notifications. I'm gone.